Hello and welcome, one and all, to An Unlikely Tale, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Based in the Sword Coasts of Faerun, where we use a combination of 5th edition, Pathfinder 1st edition, a dash of homebrew, and a sprinkling of the classic rule of cool. Tonight we'll be continuing our intrepid journey to save the very fabric of their world, and have a little fun along the way. Do note that this is a brutal, grimdark adventure, filled with various hardships, struggles, and injustices, so if you have a low constitution score like Silas, you may want to grab some advantage for those saves. Without further ado, allow me to introduce our phenomenal cast of players.
Children. It never ends up well, because when you cow tip your scary neighbor's children, the scary neighbor will rip you in half.
Yeah, he will.
Oh. You weren't supposed to hear that.
Well, I think that the timing was impeccable, personally. I think that was beautiful.
I mean, you weren't there for the
Almost
hunting
as
down
if it was
satyrs
on
with
purpose.
44 Magnum part.
Oh,
Don't worry about the implications.
Don't worry about the implications.
satyrs with
Especially-
44s?
Especially
No, you're
not
hunting down
the-
the satyrs for their horns.
For their horns? Oh,
Yeah, black market.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Albria.
And cow tipping children.
Yeah, fat children.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
The children of a hag, though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Baba
Yep.
Lasaga's babies.
Ugh. Alrighty, friendos. You ready for some good stuff? We got ourselves a particularly meaty session tonight.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yes.
I'm praying.
I'm throwing up all over the floor.
If I start praying for nat ones, I'm gonna start getting nat 20s, so.
Uh-oh.
Nat one, nat one, nat one.
woo-woo.
Alrighty, friendos. We're gonna do a little recap. Alright. Zoomy zoom right on in. There we go. Look at that. Hey, Medicus,
Beautiful.
this area look familiar?
Yeah, are we jumping on an airplane?
You see what I'm looking at? Oh, yeah,
Boat
that
ride.
rings the bell.
Oh, boat ride.
Look at where we're passing.
Oh, shit. The
Oh.
place, the part with
Oh,
the,
yeah, yeah,
you
no,
know, the
yeah.
stuff with the,
with the, yeah,
uh-huh. You remember that?
yeah.
Ah,
Wait.
yeah.
Kaz can deal with that.
Yes,
One
it's
air.
strong.
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
Just sorting out our audio real quick, and we'll get started with that recap shortly. Just give me 1 sec. Typical Roll20
Dee-doo-doo-doo.
nonsense.
Going for the course.
That's why you stand beyond the official source book for all your D&D endeavors.
Official steps for nerds.
Oh
Got
no.
him.
Emotional damage.
48 psychic.
That was me last session.
I remember.
Taking 42 fucking psychic damage because I fucking read the apocalypse.
Just start
It's
doing that to
fine.
my players. I think I used psychic damage maybe 4 times in my entire DMing thing. We substituted psychic for emotional damage, and then you couldn't get resistance to emotional damage.
But what if you're emotionless?
Alrighty.
Ask Natsuko.
So, when last we left, our party had gathered to plan for the impending trip to the Anarok Desert, gathering supplies while gaining the critical information they needed towards their first lead. Gandiva managed to find the source, or a source, for the prophecy, and prospects looked grim. However, they had an idea towards the first move they needed to make if they wanted to have any impact on the future: securing the other horsemen. After their meeting, Roko pulls Silas aside, hoping to ask him a question regarding something she'd seen in a dream, or more like a nightmare. A name that she had heard: Nicodemus. It's then that a voice that they hadn't heard for years made itself known. One Silas had hoped he'd never hear again. Simikiel, the Denarian sealed within him, spoke, as a strange sigil etched itself upon his brow, glowing with golden light. With a grim chuckle, he said, "Father has returned." We're now 3 days later. The ordeal seems to have bedridden Silas, and the Greater of Aurora is en route to the deserts to the northeast. On this day, we passed by the North Dark Woods, and it seems that the night prior, the denizens of Aurora were taken by strange, unworldly nightmares. A stark white forest of trees with a crimson sky, and a strange collection of monks, figures obscured by heavy robes, tempting and taunting them to join.
A cult,
Casually,
respectfully.
respectfully, you have no choice.
And so, my friends, on this new day, aboard Aurora, abuzz with activity as the denizens take to their daily lives, what are our party getting themselves into?
I think you already know the answer. Did I ever
It's
figure
one
out
of
how many
two.
servings-
It's one of two.
Did I ever figure out how many servings I have?
It's two. It's two.
No,
So
like total.
Well, he means
oh,
out of the, yeah.
It's 2 per day, but like total.
You have over 100 pounds of cheese in that box.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of cheese. You have all the cheese you will need for the foreseeable year. Personally. With some to
I'm
spare.
giddy with joy. All right.
Oh my god.
So it's a year. So let's say that's 400 days.
Yeah, roughly. It was really subjective because of the serving sizes could vary.
Yeah.
He needs to
Before I
be
take my
cheesed
things,
out of his
I
mind.
gotta do some math in my head real quick.
No worries, no worries. And if you decide you want to partake today, give me 2 D100 rolls. You know what to do. While you square that away, what are our other party members getting themselves into aboard the City of Aurora?
Um. Gandiva
Oh.
is trying to find
There's an 80 and 82.
a youth.
I didn't know that would happen.
Youth is in the room with Silas.
Give me one moment while I get some things squared away.
All right, then we're like in the same spot, probably. Then.
Yeah. Youth would be examining the golden sigil on Silas's brow.
It has since faded, but
Oh.
there is a kind of angry wound on his forehead where it was.
Angry.
Mm.
I'll draw the shape of the sigil in just a moment.
Oh.
But we.
I saw that too. So you got
We don't question it.
Yeah, it's the way of the world.
80?
Went for a trip.
80 and 82? That's what you got?
I hope that's good.
Gandhi, if you'd be so kind to pull up that beautiful cheese menu.
I got you. This is my job. This is my destiny.
How?
The
Cheese.
cheese master.
Managing the cheese. She is the
Please
goddess
be
of the
good.
cheese.
Cheese manager.
So I technically have 800 servings, right? So
More
I have
than, yeah.
more than 800.
I'd say that you roughly have
I-
like 1,000 servings in total.
1,000 servings.
If you take like the minimum amount needed in order to get an effect.
Okay, so say I have 1,000 servings. You take per day. That's enough for technically
Oh.
500 days.
Oh, both of those
500
are quite
days.
Have fun.
unpleasant.
I put them in the Discord.
We'll get to that in just a moment.
Meow.
Oh my god, you turned them into 7.
Here we go.
Yep.
Meow.
They're gonna have to roll inside checks to see what I mean, right?
Probably.
We'll just get a Nura to translate.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm wondering what it's like from their perspective. Like every day I come back with something new, something weird.
Damn, I don't know.
They're
Yeah,
just
Diva probably thinks something wrong with you.
they're regretting bringing me along. Okay,
like,
so wait,
damn.
we've been on the thing for 3 days now, right?
Yeah, we're chilling. for
Yes.
3
Is it
days.
safe to say I was using the cheese all 3 of those days?
Sure.
Oh wow, are you gonna retcon the roll? I mean, not retcon.
No, this one
Wait,
stays.
you wouldn't be able to
but
retroactively get the rolls back because
Yeah.
it's only for the day.
Yeah, okay.
That said,
Oh.
Yeah, I
this
mean,
does
like-
count towards your dosing tolerance. Continuing on this path will potentially lead to adverse side effects if you're not careful.
Oh shit. that's
Something to
right.
be mindful for the future.
First side effects.
I know, that's
start
what you're
turning
aiming
yellow
for,
and
but-
getting
Oh my
porous
God, you're gonna be
holes
stinky
and
forever.
Disclaimer has to be attached, you know.
yeah, it's the fine print in big bold letters.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Alistair's a nice guy, but
Meow. Arr.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Alistair fancies himself some leisure time as he saunters about the corridors of Aurora, idly nibbling on bits of cheese, enough so that he eventually caps out his tolerance for the day, garnering a strange odor about him that is quite offensive to those he passes, while occasionally letting out the spontaneously compulsed meow.
Meow.
meow, meow,
Oh, I like the deep one.
meow.
Just chilling, talking with the stray cats aboard Aurora.
Meow. Arr.
He's gonna fucking call up a missing cat phone number and just meow into the phone.
I form a cat army with my stylistic purrs. I just pulled that out of my ass. With my stylistic purrs, can I roll animal handling and form a cat army, a stray cat army?
Oh my god.
Potentially,
Mm.
yes. That's
Anything less
absolute-
than a nat 20 is a failure. Animal handling. I got a +0.
Fair enough.
Praying right now. 17.
17.
Oh, you were close.
damn it,
though.
I was
You were so
close.
close.
As you attempt to tame some of the cats that you pass in your travels, you kind of cozy up to some of them, hoping that potentially you might be able to tame them. And while you do put out a good effort, almost expert in your mannerisms and approach, you can't seem to get any of them to 100% obey. But to your benefit, you've garnered a rather positive relationship with the cats aboard Aurora.
I'll take
+1
it.
The marking
Ah,
is something along the lines of this.
Oh. Oh.
It sits kind of off center, just above his left eye.
That's different.
It
That's
hurts.
a weird stick figure in your forehead.
It's not a stick figure. And it hurts. I've tried healing it, but nothing I do works.
Perhaps it's a curse?
I'd hope not. The last thing I need in my life is a curse. Though, I will admit it does trouble me that Simaikil has spoken. He hasn't said a word since the events near Kresik. And I'd hoped it had stayed that way, that when I did what I did, that I had subjugated him somehow. Now I think he's just been lying in wait.
I think you're right about that. And we need to take care of that as soon as possible.
Any ideas?
Well, I was thinking that we just seal him away inside of you.
What?
Yeah, seal him away inside of you. You can still tap into his powers, but he'll be subjugated to you where he can't do harm.
But what if we accidentally seal him away fully? I'll have that monster trapped in me until my dying day. And what's more, I won't be able to use my powers anymore. Without my magic, I mean, I can make some useful weapons, but there's a limit.
There has to be a way that you can devour him instead of the other way around.
Well, I had hoped that I might garner some sort of information when we had fused, but nothing. It's as if his thoughts are his own.
Do you still have the Denarian with you?
He gestures to his coat draped over the chair adjacent to his bed. Should be in the pocket. As you rise from your seat to investigate, you find the coin strung up by a leather cord and punched through its center. The coin itself appears to be warped, somewhat out of shape, perhaps from when it had nearly been melted by Lalamit's fire. It dangles loosely from the end of the band.
You think it would be possible to seal him back into the Denarian, and you can use his powers as like an artifact?
Ooh.
That's also a possibility, but as I said before, I know nothing about the nature of this joining. Never have I regretted a decision more in my life. But we managed to get here, so
Well, we do have a Denarian kind of living with us. You
Yeah.
know, Lalamet. We could try asking her.
We could try Xanther.
Or Xanther.
I feel like Xanther would be easier to get an answer out of.
Yeah, I think
Lalamet
so,
will want
too.
something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'd want something as well.
And also, she doesn't like Denarians.
Nope.
She might destroy Silas.
Yeah, and I'm not really fond of the idea of confronting Asmodeus about that.
Is Rex in the room?
Oh,
he's standing outside, waiting patiently.
I go retrieve him.
You make for the door, pulling it open, and seeing Rex casually leaned up against a wall, watching the passerbyers as they go with a bemused look on his face.
Hey Rex, got some questions. You mind coming in?
He shakes his head, and rising from his leaned position, he strides in after you into the room.
Any clue what the sigil is on Silas's forehead? Have you seen this before?
One moment. Never seen it before in my life.
Ah. Okay. Do you know anything about a person named Sidmakil? Apparently, it's sealed inside of him, so trying to gather information on if you know anything. Nope.
damn,
Okay, cool.
right? What the fuck?
Never heard of him.
Cool.
Oh, well. I have.
Is anyone at Osmodius's brothers?
Yeah, that's Asmodeus' brother. Oh my god. Isn't that great?
You guys just love messing around with devils, don't you?
Do they make cry?
Yep.
With a coy smile, he falls back into the chair next to Silas's bed, giving him a inspecting look. Best advice I could probably give would be finding out more about Denarians. Don't know too much about him myself either, to be frank with you. I've maybe come across one in my travels, but even then I'm not even sure if it was.
Research time. Again. Hopefully this time I don't get PTSD.
And you're just gonna go to Xanther. She scribbles down the sigil, a piece of parchment to take with her.
And with your new intended goals in mind, you bid Silas a farewell and take your leave, splitting up and heading into opposite directions, or the same. Where's Gandiva going?
I'll tag along. I'll go with
Fair
you.
enough.
Okay.
You've hands Gandiva a pickle for the trip.
Oh, thank you.
And the
Uh,
trio make their way towards the Library of Aurora, contained within ancient tomes of knowledge and power. As this is taking place, what do we find Roko in the midst of?
Self-isolation, as is the usual. But particularly because of what recently transpired. What time of day would you say it is right now?
It's roughly midday.
Okay.
And Roko, still shaken by the events that had transpired days prior, has taken to self-isolation, burying herself in her workshop, distancing herself from the others for one reason or another. Perhaps it's anxiety, fear, or shame. Only she knows. But all the same, she continues tinkering away at her various works. This one in particular, finalizing the design of the anti-grav room she had designed for her companions and her fellow Avali.
On that matter, there is another thing that I hope the thing I've been typing in the side channel has made a lick of sense, because I'm not sure if it did. But
One sec,
I
let me just
guess,
double check so as I could go over it real quick.
all right.
Yes, makes absolute. Yeah, no problem. Now I remember this. Yeah, did you want to? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you got a 19. Yeah. Of the other projects that she has taken to finishing, a backup generator, utilizing the technology she had gleaned from the inevitables that her and Ziz had reverse engineered, has been successful, allowing her to create a portable, transferable backup generator.
So the other part of that, by the way, that I was thinking about.
Did you want to do the other part during the last 3 days? Is it-
Yes.
Yeah, alright. Give me a sleight of hand and a insight roll. So you, one to install and one to know the ideal locations from which to install these nodes.
Gotcha. Come on, I can do better than that. You can do better than that, Roko. I don't know if a 15 will help much, but
Yep,
better
15
than a 10.
passes. It would need to be a 14. Ooh.
I'm not even going to bother with that one then.
That's fair. As she finishes the last bits of work on this backup generator, she reflects on the days prior and her various attempts at installing nodes from which to function as conduits for this power, allowing her to funnel it across the entirety of Aurora. She remembers how unfortunate the whole affair turned out to be. For despite her ability to install these nodes, it seems that something regarding the nature of Aurora is interfering with the places she had chosen to set up these nodes, forcing her to try again. And does that conclude what we got going on for Roko?
Oh, I thought you meant that as in give another roll. In that case,
Well, I
ignore
mean,
that.
you can give it another. Oh, well, let's give me another sleight of hand then if you're trying again.
Okay.
Gonna splash
Check
fast
it.
flash of genius in there,
I have another idea.
because it would like you would have like all your flash of geniuses back, because the
Oh, for
first
sure.
try was 3 days.
But I don't want to blow through all of them. So, in that case, Roko
Well, oh, no,
is
that's
going
what
to.
I'm. But that's what I'm implying is this is a new day, so you technically have a long rest, and you're capped back up at your flashes of genius. Those attempts would have been from the last 3 days.
Alright, sure. Let's make that 15 again.
This time allowing you to successfully install them over the course of the next 2 hours. As you quickly plod about, darting to and fro from the various floors, perhaps asking the occasional passerby to hold this, or to reach up there, or to even lift you, allowing you to get into the ideal positions to set this up. And now, it but requires a test.
What the dog doing?
Alright. How would she go about that exactly?
As an example, you can try hooking up that backup generator to the power grid and running a current through it and seeing if everything goes well.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Not a save, check. You should be able to. What?
What the dog doing?
Oh my god.
Holy shit, these rolls. What the hell?
I know, it's a rough night tonight. Oh, guys, you are
It's
not.
foreshadowing. Maybe I
you
should
are
stop praying for
not-
that once.
You are.
She is still reeling over how she feels responsible for what happened to Silas. She's just not in a good mental place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
And for good reason, considering the things the party has been through in the last few days. And what they've learned is to come should their mission fail. Failing to successfully hook the battery up to the power grid, Roko kind of resigns herself to the task for now, figuring she'll try again later. And instead, heads off to work on yet another project to fill her time and distract her mind. Meanwhile, Ziz is busy at work with
I've been trying to remember this whole time the project that I was trying to work on with Adam. I didn't take down the notes about it.
there were 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that you approached me with. One was the agricultural expansion, which is kind of currently in the works back in Barovia. There was the matter of establishing a barrier system to protect the city up, which actually you have the battery necessary to do this. You just need but hook it up. And finally, you had mentioned something regarding an anti-tracking system for the inevitables,
Right.
which could potentially tie into the barrier system with the slight modifications necessary.
Well, before we worry about doing the modifications, then we should hook it up and make sure it works.
Hauling
So-
one of the inevitable batteries towards the docking station you had designed for the shielding system located adjacent to the main hub where Adam resides. You line the battery's negative end up with the base of the stand, and with a heavy push, give me a strength check. It just needs to like be at like a 10, a DC 10. It's not a heavy battery. Come on, man. There you go. With a hefty shove, Ziz forces the battery into alignment and its housing. Now, give me an intelligence check in order to dial in the appropriate conditions and specs to not accidentally blow the entire system out on its activation.
Oh, good God. I'm just going to get bend luck ready. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, you know.
No, 12 was suitable. 12 was
Ah.
suitable, yeah. I mean, you
Oh,
designed it, so it's not like it's very difficult for you to understand. And let's just say there's a degree of divine providence guiding your success, a la Rocco. Which, we're going to be getting back to that a little bit later.
What?
Anyway, you dial in the appropriate settings at the adjacent keypad, and a strange bulb-like apparatus lights up. A bolt of plasma begins to coil itself through, and you hear the whir and grind of machinery as the gentle hum of magical energy begins to fill the room. The vibrations set the hair you would have on end as it begins to slowly and gently pulse, its thrum kind of passing through your body and providing a sense of euphoria. You read the dials and the various readouts on the machinery, and much to your surprise, everything seems to be running stably. You need now but hit the switch, and the barrier will erect itself around the city, preventing any magical energies from penetrating or leaving within. Though you consider the implications of activating it now, knowing full well Lalamet sits at the top of the observation tower, and wonder whether or not she might feel some type of way about being trapped within Aurora suddenly.
You know what? That's a pretty good point. Wasn't gonna turn it on quite yet anyway.
I figured it's not like you really need it at the moment.
Yeah.
Ziz takes several steps back, inspecting his work proudly, and with a satisfied brushing of his hands, what does he do next?
Before he leaves, gonna go ahead and disconnect everything again. Doesn't need nobody but either him or people that he wants to be able to do that, to be able to go over there and flip a switch.
Fair enough. You head back over to the battery rigging and housing, and you kind of give it a hard tug after setting up turning off the system. And give me a strength check as you try to pull the battery from the housing. DC 12.
Oh, there we go. I can't even bend luck on that.
Oof. And as hard as you try, you can't seem to pull the battery free from the housing.
Whoops. It's gonna be one of those nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy. Alrighty. So, what do you do? Do you choose to leave the battery within its housing? Or, do you have something in mind?
Do I have anything in mind? Actually, well, since I can't pick it up, what about a build a buddy that can pick it up?
Well, the room is adjacent to where Adam resides.
Oh, I didn't even want to bother him with it. I used my my key rune.
Ah, that's true too. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Key rune friendo. Let's see.
Speaking of, though, where does Adam reside on this map?
The room specifically is right over here. This is where Adam is.
Cool.
All right. Well, considering, does it have a stat block?
Yes.
Go ahead and send it to me over Discord really quickly. Or you can just tell me what the strength modifier is on it. Both are sufficient.
Oh, well, there we go.
I like that name.
The galvanized weird.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Galva Noise.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Okay. We got a +2, so give me a d20 +2.
D20 +2.
Fantastic.
All right, there we go.
As you conjure forth your keystone and tap into its magic, the weird manifests itself from the small piece of metal and stone. And as it does so, coalescing together, it teeds your order on assembly, making its way to the battery housing, and with an impressive show of strength, withdraws the battery with one hand, hefting it into the air above its shoulder. It turns to you, waiting for its next order.
So the battery was just already in there, just waiting to be hooked up, wasn't it?
It was adjacent. You had left it near there, but you never hooked it up. And to the layman who's uninitiated with engineering or artificy, they wouldn't have a real idea of what they're looking at, given the design of the battery. It doesn't look like a Duracell, for example.
Right. All right. In that case, it's probably safe to put it back, at least just where it was. If nobody had messed with it before, nobody will mess with it now. And it needs to be at least somewhat close, just in case.
It's actually of note that not many people frequent this level of the city, due to the standoffish nature of Adam.
That's a good thing then. I'd still like to leave it somewhat close by though.
Yeah, you set it down adjacent in the corner near the machinery, kind of nestled down gently by the galvanized weird. With this out of the way, and your long standing project finally complete and functional, what do you choose to do next?
Would help to go check in on how the agricultural project's going.
The dwarves were actually excavating that near Kresik, so you guys had to leave some of them behind in Valeki before departing.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, okay.
But it is currently in the process of being excavated. That's what I was referring to when I said that's back in Barovia.
Okay, you're right. And I don't remember if I explicitly gave any of them like a stone to keep in touch with or anything.
You did give a sending stone to their leader.
Okay, I did.
So should you ever decide you want to get in touch and contact them, or if they have any important news or results to report, they'll be able to reach you as well.
Okay, good. I'm glad I did that. I didn't remember if I gave him one or not.
Yeah, you had mentioned it like post-stream.
Ah, you're right. Okay.
But yeah, now that your magical barrier is functional, what does Ziz decide to do next?
Since he doesn't have like immediate work breathing down his neck for once, he's gonna just go and try to meet up with people. Meet up with the group.
Oh shit.
Fair enough.
Well, it's been like his main focus pretty much ever since they got the God, ever since what, the first attack on the city?
Pretty much, it's been like non-stop. Ziz has been working night and day since you guys got Aurora up and running online.
No days off.
0. If it wasn't the middle of the day, he'd go take a nap.
Deciding a well-deserved break is in order, Ziz takes his leave of the area and makes his way towards the residential area, where he hopes to meet up with the others and perhaps kick back with some drinks and enjoy themselves for the first time in a while. As he makes his way downward, taking the lift into the residential area, passing through its marble corridors, seeing the occasional crow and cat, he eventually enters the top level of the residential area, and after a short walk, bumps into Alistar.
What?
Meow. Meow. Purr. Meow. Meow. I want to take my battle axe to like the bottom of the handle. Is there like mud or something nearby? What's the floor look like?
It's all made out of like stone and marble.
Oh shit. I want to start carving into the stone and marble. Help. With the battle axe.
And you take the edge of one of your axe heads and begin to gently, at first, carefully, chisel in the letter H, E, L, and then P, spelling out help and then gesturing to it animatedly as you look to Ziz.
Meow.
Looks at the message and then back up and back at the message and back up, and he just kind of puts his hands up. He's like, what am I supposed to do?
I shrug my shoulders. I don't know.
Meow meow meow. Purr.
Meow meow meow.
Meow 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 meow. Meow.
Wait a minute. Got it.
God.
All
Insight
right.
check after insight check.
Makes sense.
But after both times, you don't know if he actually understands you because all he does is just one short nod.
Oh, God.
One very short, very bald nod.
You're able.
Yum.
You're able to glean that it seems like Alistair is under some strange magical effect that's hindering his ability to speak common.
Oh, meow 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 meow. Alistair's gonna try like, it's gonna be horribly misspelled, but I'm gonna try and spell out counter spell or dispel magic into the same stone. I'm just vandalizing the area at this point. But
The occasional passerby gives Alistair the kind of dirty stare as he chisels into the marble, but he does so, managing to pretty neatly carve out the words dispel magic.
Wait a minute. There's an actual idea brewing here. So, oh god. I'm sure you still have the table. You must. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go find it again.
What's that? Which table?
The one that goes with that.
I should. Give me 1 second, see if I can't grab it out real quick.
Because what if we use that to try and do a little bit of dispel magic casting? But first, we're not gonna do it in the middle of the street, obviously.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. Got the table. 1 second. Let me see if it's on the list.
Ish. Class. It's in my classes spells. It should be. I think the table.
Actually, I know exactly what to do.
For failure, isn't it?
Give me an arcane. Give me an arcana check.
Oh, ruh-roh. Arcana check. Just regular. There we go.
As you consider how you could potentially dispel the magic that seems to be plaguing Alistair, you suddenly feel a strange charge dance along your arm, down from your shoulder to your elbow, and then between your fingertips like static electricity. It tingles. You look down to investigate the arm bearing your Misium apparatus and notice the crackle of raw weave dancing up and down your arm from a source unknown. And as you picture in your head the idea of finding a way to dispel this magic, a bolt of that arcane energy jumps from your fingertips and hits Alistair square in the chest. It bears no force, melding into his flesh and disappearing as if nothing had happened. But then he glows and a light, radiant energy seems to pulse off of him before fading away, allowing him to speak the normal, common tongue once more.
You know I'm allergic to cats.
Say he's still stinky smelly though, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So sad.
I get it. It dispelled it. It dispelled it.
Aw.
But more to the point, Ziz realizes something. He can't normally cast Dispel Magic. How was it he was able to do that? He thinks it over and over again. His apparatus isn't tuned for it, nor does he bear the innate knowledge to do so. But somehow, from sheer thought alone, he was able to tap into the spell. Which, by the way, 1 second. You notice that your ability to cast third level spells has been mildly trained, as if a spell slot has been utilized.
Oh no, my spell slots.
You don't necessarily have to remove it, as this is going to essentially encompass the day of travel.
Oh, okay. Also, make it a point to look at Alistair once he recovers, and just he just kind of inspects where the bolt hit him and went, "Oh, well, hey, you're lucky. I had no idea what was gonna happen.
What?
I could have blown a hole right through you, but it didn't. All right, cool.
Alright, cool.
Uh huh.
Meow.
No.
Mama.
Alistair has been traumatized by the experience.
This is how science works. Don't you understand?
Innovation!
Alice is just gonna look up at the sky and begin contemplating what am I doing? What? Why am I here?
Only to suffer.
In the back of his head, there's just this roaring meow that's trying to get out. He has to hold it back.
Within you, there are two meows.
Meow and meow.
Combination Taco Bell Pizza Hut.
And meanwhile, during this exchange, Rex, Youth, and Gandiva finally arrive at the library, entering the space kind of gingerly at first, hoping to avert any potential run-ins that may partake preemptively with Ixanther. As you make your way through the various shelves and stacks, you find yourself in the same telltale corner you usually find Ixanther residing. He's not seated this time, however. Instead, he is some 10 feet away, placing books back on the shelves.
Yeah, at least he's nice enough to put
Yeah.
them back.
Youth walks up next to his Xanther and helps him put the book back up.
He immediately notices your approach and watches you with those two red pinpricks of light. His obscured undead face is unreadable, but you imagine He's probably looking at you with a expression of disdain, as he has with every previous visit thus far.
Mhm. You've greets Xanther and ask him if he has any time to answer a couple of questions.
He wordlessly replaces the final book in his grasp on the shelf, turning his back to you and making his way towards his seat, falling back into it. He looks to you expectantly, but makes no comment.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Um, do you happen to know what this sigil is? He pulls out the parchment and shows Xanther.
You see him shake his head.
As a no?
Yes.
Okay. And then I proceed to ask him if he knows any information about Simakil.
He nods. Did you hear?
Oh wait.
Okay, headset died. I put it back on the charger.
Oh.
You said
Impeccable timing.
You said he what?
He nods.
Oh, would you like to give us some information about Simakil?
He speaks for the first time since engaging with you. No, but I bear
No.
little choice.
Well, go on.
He was an angel whom fought in the first sundering alongside Zariel, Asmodeus, and Abaddon. The details are unknown, but after Asmodeus's fall, so too did his brothers. They have been at rivalry since dawn, and will likely continue onward until the end of time. Each bears a power, a gift, or dominion, and Simakiel's was vengeance.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I imagine Silas would want the power for that very reason.
Youth explains to his Xanther what happened to Silas. And
He cackles
Asked him.
maniacally.
yeah,
Okay.
I figured.
Yeah.
And she ignores it, and she asks him, "Is there a way to suppress Simakil from taking over Silas?" Giving him no choice.
I know not. All I know of Dimnarian melding is that one takes the seat over the other. Never has two dwelled within one.
Interesting. To say the least.
If Silas defeats Simakil, will he take his throne?
The only way to gain the power of a Denarian is to become one with one. Defeating him would but kill it.
So they must merge in order for Silas to keep his power.
He cackles once more, stating that no mortal has ever successfully overtaken a Denarian.
Well, maybe he might be the first.
Yep.
That is all I know.
Well, thank you, Xanther. Since we're here, I have some questions about you. So what happened to you for your memory to be lost? You were such a nice person before now.
Strahd was threatened by my power, and so he trapped me within the temple and my own mind.
You were such a curious lich. And such a friendly one.
I was a mindless fool.
That thirst for knowledge. So what were your goals? What were you going to do?
To obtain all knowledge within the world.
Oh. I can still help you with that. You don't have to kill us.
You will suffer for enslaving me.
It's not really enslaving, but that's fine. But once we get done with the horsemen, you're free to do what you want. You're still free to do what you want now. You just can't destroy us. You must help us.
You hear the gentle clicking of bone rhythmically, as if gnawing. Coming from beneath his hood, those two red pinpricks locked tight in your gaze.
This is some bright, beady eyes you have there, good sir. I can stare back as well.
And he just locks eyes with you, staring
Whoa.
unblinkingly.
Staring contest with the lich. Let's go!
Yeah.
I don't think you could win that one. He doesn't have eyelids.
No, he was just gonna blink with magic. Okay.
You
You
can
just see
keep her
his
eyes
eyes.
open. She's magical. She can like lubricate her eyes. Yeah. She like comes out with her
I don't-
tongue and licks him.
Oh, the pickle juice just keeps my eyes
Yeah.
saturated.
Yeah. Pickle tears.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on one second. And despite your best attempts to stare him down, kind of intimidate him, he seems to hold firm.
Cool.
Rex just kind of watches, his gaze moving from the Lich to Youth and back. So, we gonna...
Yeah. One last thing, Xanther. Do you know where any of the horsemen are? Any ideas? Any clues?
He looks at you. And almost, oh man, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Nah, invertly do something. Oops.
What the heck?
He must be a horseman. Fuck. Damn it. Fuck. Shit.
Oh no! Oh my god!
You triggered him. He's about to cancel you.
He's under a wish, guys. If he's fucking horseman. It makes sense.
Exanther, for the first time, pulls his hood down and rises from his seat. Etched across his skull, arcane sigils in an unspoken tongue. As you look on to him, you see a twisted smile across his bony face. Oh, this. This is good. He slowly raises a hand, his bony fingers protruding from the mouth of his robe. A single digit is extended, and it's pointing directly at Rex.
Oh.
Rex looks at Youth and then Exanther, his eyes wide with shock and confusion. He takes several steps back before turning and running.
Youth's gonna chase.
You chase after him, pursuing with earnest. Winding corridors, pass. It all becomes a blur, but you manage to keep pace. Eventually, you find yourself at the end of a very long corridor. This one in particular. Once you reach the end, you see an opening, a balcony extending out to the sky before. Rex stops, turns, and looks at you. I'm sorry. I had hoped it didn't come to this.
Youth's like, we can still talk about it. He's not the run.
He shakes his head. It's not that simple. You can't know that. Because if you do, others now know. I can't stay here. If I do, everyone here is in danger.
You cast prismatic wall on him, so you can't leave.
Okay,
Oh
hold
no,
on one
Euphys
second.
yandere it. Euphys yandere. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, she cast it. She calls for Gandiva and all the others to meet on the balcony prompt.
Gandiva was following.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay, yeah. Don't play with food clips, guys. They hurt.
Alternatively, do it more. They can't stop you.
And as she casts this, she uses one of her silver auras. I forget which ones. I'm going to use the immunity for magic.
When Gandiva catches up, she's gonna be like, "You've been having sex with a horseman of the apocalypse?" Well, that's kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh? Hold on. Yeah, we about to fuck this nigga up. Hold on.
Rex manages to counterspell the prismatic wall. He's got a +6 in charisma.
Cool.
What about Magic Circle?
Well, Magic Circle takes about, I think it's a minute or so to cast.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Well, if he's gonna run away, then you're just gonna try everything she can to keep him to stay.
I can try to command him.
Command word come, and he will buckle to his knees.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll give command a shot. It's probably not gonna work though.
If you try to use command, you'll need to roll initiative.
He's gonna fight.
Well, no, at this point it would pretty much break into like a combat. It would help also making it easier to manage the order in which actions are taking place.
I'm sorry, I can't. We can't let him go.
Yeah, we don't have to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. We can't let him
Meow!
go.
I mean, tenderize him.
Also, I don't know if he's gonna kick her ass, so we'll find out.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
it.
mean, there's how many of us?
Jump him!
Action economy, baby. Surprise attack.
Mm. And seeing Gandiva use command, You're just gonna try to run up to him with Keating.
As Gandiva attempts to use command upon him, the spell has no effect.
Damn.
He looks to those present and says, "It was really nice staying with you all. But now that you know this, I can't stay here. If I do, horrible things will happen. There are people who want me dead. And let's be frank, you all kind of need me dead too." I never wanted to do all of this. I never asked for any of this. I was born to be this. So, if that's gonna be the case, it's gonna be on my terms. And the first thing, most important, is that all of you stay safe. This is going to happen eventually. I'm the Horseman of War. Bloodshed follows me everywhere. Haven't you noticed what's happened in Barovia lately? That was my fault. For just being here.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry.
It's like, can I at least get a hug before you leave? One last embrace.
He smiles, taking several steps towards you, and taking a moment to look into your eyes before pulling you into a close embrace.
And she has true sight on.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna look at Rex before they hug. To see his power.
Slurp it.
As he approaches, you see what truly lies within him. A torrent of black energy just radiating in his wake. Just like the first time you'd ever looked upon him with your enhanced sight. And now it all makes sense. Why he was so powerful, why he's able to hold the blade, and why he was able to stand against the Filth Grazer and survive. He leans down, planting a gentle kiss on Youth's lips before pulling away and falling out of the balcony to the ground below. As you rush forward to peer over, he's gone, vanished. And then you see a massive silhouette across the sky. A crimson glow radiating from an infernal dragon as its wing beats flap heavily, launching it in the direction of Waterdeep. And he's gone.
Waterdeep, though. What a funny coincidence.
Ugh.
Dramatic silence.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Roko has responded to Youth's call, and
Yeah, all right. By the time everyone else gets there, he's just leaving.
yep.
Yeah.
So then, just as she arrives,
What in the fine name of the Illuminate is happening now?
You kind of like see Youth at the edge on her knees. She punches the ground. Rex is one of the horsemen.
Oh. Hmm.
Gandiva is gonna go hug you.
He throws up a pickle.
Oh,
The pickle is colorless. Sad looking, shriveled.
it's such a sad pickle.
One could even call it a gherkin.
And the party is left in the corridor. A strange, stark emptiness left in the wake of Rex.
Damn.
And that somber note carries over into the subsequent days to follow. As the city continues its trek northeastward.
Since time has passed, may I do another intelligence check for the test?
Of course.
Is it a day?
It's, well, we could say it's been over 2 days. You're like midday on your 5th. So, if cheese is on the mind,
You already know. You already know.
yeah.
Ooh.
You already know. All right.
So I'm gonna warn you now.
Yeah.
You're doing a full dose for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The second roll is going to be permanent.
Oh shit.
Baby arms forever.
I gotta think. Okay. Second row. What percentage of the cheese rolls would you say are negative?
I would say you have about 20% are like really negative, like actually, like they have maybe like one minor to moderate drawback. A lot of them are
Okay.
neutral. I'd say like
Alright.
a good 40%, and then the remainder are positive in one silly way, shape, or form, or like one really useful way.
All right. Yeah.
But
So
everybody-
how many cheese rolls am I making?
You can make 2. We're on
Okay.
day 5, so this will probably be your cheese for the day, which will be important.
Cheese for the day. Okay. Game load.
But what if everybody thinks you're stupid forever?
77. Let's
Oh.
hope not.
Roko would have a field day with that.
Oh boy.
Second one is gonna be permanent. Please be good. Okay, my thing is taking forever to load. I don't know.
It's a double 77.
What?
This is permanent. Is it doubly permanent?
You know what?
Is-
I'll
is it
let
doubly-
I'll let you re-roll
Let-
this one, because generally nobody's ever gotten the same effect twice.
Okay. Let's go with advantage.
A-
With advantage. With advantage.
A second chance to roll 69.
69 is what does 69 give me?
Oh,
Oh, I thought you guys would have figured this out by now.
No, you already
Oh,
know.
I already know. 77.
What the fuck?
Okay, at least tell me
Triple
what is
double
77? What
sevens?
is 77?
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
You bite into your first serving of cheese,
Right, it
munching on
says
it
custom
thoughtfully. When suddenly you feel the top of your head itch.
No, what the?
Then your chest begins to itch.
Am I
Your
just
calves, your thighs, even your
I'm having a-
forearms.
itchy? I'm having an allergic reaction.
And then suddenly, in a poof, you sprout hair.
Hair?
Yeah, you sprout chest, leg, arm, and hair on your head. Temporarily
hairy
for the
dragon
next
boy.
day.
Okay. T100. What should be 77?
If you get 477s, I'm gonna just let you fucking pick a goddamn number.
Please.
I
load.
wonder if it's
Yo! Okay, alright, okay, alright.
What?
That's creepy. That's really creepy that you just keep getting 77. That's really creepy.
That's 3 legit 77 rolls. 4 legit 77 rolls.
What is
Okay,
the chance of that happening? No. We gotta
that's
do the
like
math.
astronomical.
Broken.
We have to do the math now.
Bruh. Okay, alright.
Try one more time.
I'll
The
let
system
you.
is rigged.
You let me pick.
You either can roll or I'll let you pick 1 through 100. Cause 4 77 rolls back to back is like the dice gods are trying to say something.
Yeah, I'm a hairy guy. Okay.
Yeah, very hairy.
Let me think. Trying to remember what does what, because I know a general idea of what. Oh,
I know hairy rhymes with dairy, and that's what the cheese is made of. Does that help?
be really weird if it helped. Can I get back to you on that in a second?
Sure.
Okay. I gotta think, because this is gonna be permanent.
Okay. So, while Alistair is currently getting used to the prospects of having hair all over his body, what are our fellow adventurers filling their time with as the Anauroch deserts grow ever closer?
It's 1 in 100 million.
I got a 21 on the.
Damn.
Oh my god. Gandiva is studying how to pilot the Jovians.
Give me a sleight of hand check and a intelligence check. Sleight of hand and intelligence.
Derp.
This technology and design is completely foreign to anything Gandiva has ever had any type of exposure to. This is foreign even to Lila. Despite their advanced technologies and various amenities. Still, she's determined to learn to pilot these strange machines.
Yes, I'm determined.
And so she spends the remainder of the day clumsily kind of crashing into things within the hangar space where one of the Jovians has been loaded.
Whoops, my bad. Sounds about Gandiva.
Yeah. Clumsy giant robot.
She'll get used to it eventually, I guess.
Very true. So, as Gandiva is causing havoc and chaos within the hangar, Alistair is busy experiencing.
I know the number.
a
I know
hair-
the number.
What number?
Number
Number 80.
80.
80.
You sure?
Are you sure? Yes.
Is that a good thing or bad? Is this a good? Are you sure? Is this a bad? Are you sure?
Are you like part goldfish? Look at the Discord.
Goldfish. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Scroll up.
You
Numbers,
previously
you
got an
rolled them
80, correct?
earlier.
What? Oh, I did.
There you go.
I'm trying to think.
Hey,
Okay,
yeah,
I gotta think again then.
Roll them.
If I've already rolled that 80 before.
Are you trying to pick a number?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to pick a number.
Yep.
He
There's
rolled
certain-
four
I've had a thing
77s back to
before.
back, so I was
Yeah,
like,
he
you know
just-
what? You get to pick a number.
He just wanted to be stinky smelly forever, and you
I don't want to
trying
be
to
him out
sticky
of it.
smelly
I'm
forever.
trying to remember one of the good numbers.
It's okay. You
Is
can't let
58
them
a good
peer
number?
pressure. You can't let them peer
I think
pressure
it
you
was
like
like,
that.
what
It's
was it
50,
like?
I think 50.
Was it like
58?
20? Was it
Is
like
this an
20
Are
one
You
of the
Sure?
good ones?
Is 58 and Are
So-
You Sure?
So I'm gonna ask you, are you sure regardless? Just
Okay.
because I want to
Yeah.
make sure you're
Now what's
you know.
what's the tone? What's the tone of this? Are you sure? I'm really because this is permanent. If I keep doing this, I keep getting permanent ones, right?
Say
the
Microsoft text to speech.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
God.
I already rolled an 80 before, I'll take a 58.
Okay, well then, if you take 58, as you grow hair from your body, you decide you're gonna double down and quickly snap up a second piece of cheese. You feel chaos incarnate, coursing,
Oh God!
coursing
Huh?
through your body.
What?
Your skin
What?
begins to undulate and shift uncomfortably. It's like something's
Hmm?
crawling beneath it.
Uh-huh.
Who are you picturing in your head right now?
Oh no.
What do you mean?
Who are you picturing in
Like-
your head right now? Just
like-
anybody. Anybody, anything.
Just anything?
Anything. What are you picturing?
Fuck. Okay. I gotta get into character here. I'm growing hair, right?
Yes.
If I'm growing hair, what's a hairy person that's existed? Somebody with a lot of hair. They had hair on their head.
What's that one guy's name?
What's his name? Strahd?
No.
No.
Wait.
Why'd everything go mute? Did I do something?
I'm trying to remember.
I'm referencing a name real quick.
somebody who was really hairy. We got you,
Somebody
but
who
we're
was
just
really
trying to
hairy.
remember what the fuck his name was.
Give me 1 second. I'll just check my archive.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a drink.
AOL noises.
BRB.
Ah, the good old days. Dial-up internet.
I'm searching up hairy D&D monsters. I'm thinking of like a beholder. First thing that comes to my mind is a beholder, but like hair all over it. Or the Mothman, but with hair instead of feathers. Or tarantula.
Man Bear Pig was the name of his character.
Oh
What?
no.
That's a character name.
That was the player's name, yes. He was a bugbear.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, who do you picture in your head? You say somebody very hairy
Oh, with hair on their head. Because
on their head. Okay. Oh,
describe the
okay.
hair that's growing out of my head right now.
It comes out however you want it to come out. Like, however, it could be curly, long, straight,
I want
thin,
long.
wispy.
You ever see like the Japanese hairstyle of like their hair is really long, really straight, and it's just
Yes.
like unnaturally like silky type of thing?
Yes.
I want long black hair. that like stretches down to like my ass.
Sadako hair.
And it does. Slowly, the hair etches out inch by inch until it comes to a gentle rest by your tail.
Can't wait to put this in a ponytail. Braid it. I'm gonna braid it. All right.
But, yeah. Who do you picture in your head?
Who do I picture? Can I DM you? I think I remember which one this one is.
Yep.
Can I DM you? Can I DM
Yes,
you
yes,
what the
yes.
answer is?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Talk about duplicates.
yeah.
Holy shit.
I
What-
know, right?
Oh,
Okay.
So while that gets squared away, does anybody else have anything they're filling their time with?
I rolled a 21.
As Roko goes to set up her
You got cut out.
so
I'm dying right now.
as
I know exactly what I got.
yep. So wait, no, wait. Hold on. So that threw me off really hard.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so as Roko goes over this node system designed to route power across all of Aurora and interlink with the backup generator system, this test proves to be sufficient. As she punches in the appropriate specifications and pulls the lever, causing a jolt of charged energy to pour across the entirety of Aurora. A gentle buzz begins to fill the air, just barely audible to those who focus hard enough to listen. But the test proved successful, as you are now able to route this backup power across the entirety of the city, should you choose. And with each floor now bearing a power conduit box from which you can use to modulate and control the route, you'll be able to send the flow of energy wherever you need. Now,
It's okay to say no. But is that a valid thing? It's permanent too.
well, the power is, but the form doesn't have to be.
Wait, I get the power?
Check the DMs.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, does the form still apply?
Mhm. Wait, does it give? Okay, wait. Now I got questions.
You know Nico from League of Legends? That's what that power is.
I don't play League.
That's unfortunate.
That's fortunate.
Bless your soul.
Nah, I just have a
You should
Valorant.
you should just let
addiction.
yourself suffer. I
I
want
will
to
let myself
continue the
suffer one
cycle.
day. If
I want to continue the cycle of trauma.
I am addicted to memes.
the next time I do, I'm going to play exclusively Yumi.
Oh boy.
I love Yumi.
So as Alistair consumes this last piece of cheese, kind of relishing in the flavor, he feels
Good
that
cheese.
strange undulation to his skin again as his memory turns to the past. And in a moment, He pictures the visage of Strahd von Zarovich. He blinks, and suddenly things feel and look different. He feels somewhat shorter. Looking down at his hands, he realizes he has flesh instead of scales. He rushes down the hall to a nearby fountain, peering into it and gazing at his reflection, before realizing he now looks exactly like Strahd von Zarovich.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Okay, long black hair came first.
What the fuck?
I just played it a long black hair. Strahd had long black hair, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Somewhere out there in the world.
So now you have a
Chill
Strahd
on
barbarian on
something
your
that's
team. I guess.
Daddy?
All the powers of a dragonborn, but looks like Strahd.
Oh no.
People are gonna think. People are gonna
Yeah.
think
Oh,
I'm
no.
Strahd reincarnated.
Yeah.
Does that give me like advantage on intimidation or some shit?
Yes.
Just like
the
because of his
entire
Bro, they're all
Sword
scared of him.
Coast was terrified of Strahd.
I'm shivering in my boots right now.
Baldur's Gate was ready to go to war with Barovia when it returned to the Prime Material just because they thought Strahd was still leading. They thought.
I gotta cover my face. Yeah, I like this. This went a good way. I'm halfway to being something.
You now
think.
have the permanent ability to shift your appearance to anybody or anything you've pictured before, specifically like humanoids.
Is it like affected by like dispel magic or something?
It has to be an upcasted dispel magic of the 5th level or higher,
Okay.
because the
So-
magic that's imbued in this cheese belongs to a Daedric Prince of Madness.
Okay, because I don't want to go up to some wizard and say, "Hi, I'm Strahd," and they cast dispel magic, and I'm just some dragonborn underneath with really long, nice hair. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Next person.
Yep.
Yep.
Strahd now.
Don't let Silas see you like that.
Oh God.
I gotta stay in the back. I'm gonna be like the new guy. Hi, I'm the new guy. I'm a rogue.
Rogue barbarian.
Have you ever seen that
That's
wizard
fucked up.
barbarian multi-class where you have one level wizard is your first level and everything else is barbarian? So that's you look like a wizard and everything. You rip off the robes you're ripped.
Oh my god. Oh, you
I've
know
always
what?
wanted to do one of those.
I forgot.
One of my
Ultimate
players
nerd
is doing
rage.
that. One of my players is doing that in my campaign right now.
That's literally like Apex nerd rage.
Mm-hmm.
Perfection. I love it. That sounds so fun too. You get access to so many great spells.
He got in his backstory. He got his hands chopped off by like a
Oh
cult,
my God.
by a cult of the Scarlet King or something, and he replaced them with mage hands. Hence the first level in wizard. Everything else in barbarian.
Oh man. All right.
Oh wow.
So, with a exact duplicate of Strahd now wandering about the halls of Aurora,
Oh my god.
what are our other party members getting into? As you notice a kind of surge of light pulse through the interior of Aurora with the activation of Roko's backup system.
Youth's going to be meditating and trying to get in touch with Maestra.
You got it. Youth sits down in her quarters, kind of hoping to find answers. Deferring to what has proven to be reliable time and time again. She sits down comfortably upon her bed and begins to meditate, hoping to commune with the goddess of the weave. In but moments, she opens her eyes and finds herself no longer within her space, but instead within a massive field of crimson flowers. At its center stands a tall woman, dark black hair. Around her neck, a sigil, that of Maestra. As you approach, she smiles warmly. Hello. For what do you call upon me for?
Youth bows and tells her of the recent events that have taken place about Silas and the seal and Zimakil and Nicodemus, and also talks about Rex, that we found out that he's one of the horsemen.
She listens intently as you recount recent events, sparing no details as you share every obstacle you've had to contend with thus far. With an empathetic expression, she gently places a hand upon your shoulder. I'm sorry, my child. So much has happened. You've suffered so much. And yet the road still goes on. There's still much to do. For your friend Silas, I can offer this bit of advice. You now have the ability to tap into magics far beyond the mortal capabilities of your average caster. For with Spellfire, you can craft your own magic, sculpting the effects that you need through sheer force of will and magical mastery. Know that this is no easy feat, but it is effective. If your companion Gandiva seeks to seal this Zimakil away, you might be able to forge a seal capable of doing so. But it will be difficult. And should you fail, it can potentially seal this beast away forever, cutting off your friend's connection to it.
Okay. And she moves on to Rex, asking if there's a way to lift him of his responsibility as a horseman. Explaining that he was, from what she is told, that he was born into that position. Seems like he's being forced. It is not his will that he wants to be a horseman.
She listens to your words thoughtfully. You see a look of intense concentration But then she takes a moment, moving her gaze to you. The seat of a horseman of the apocalypse is not one taken lightly. There are but two ways to obtain it. Be it freely given or forcibly taken in the slaying of a horseman. There are limitations, however, for a horseman cannot take the seat of another should they already hold one. If you can find a way to convince him to pass the seat on to someone else, he might be freed of this burden. But understand that it is a heavy burden to bear. Of what seat did this Rex bear?
I don't think we were told exactly.
We were pretty sure.
When?
Just before he left, pretty sure I heard something about
Oh yeah, he
Horsemen
said
of
it
War.
himself. Yeah, he's the war.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
did.
was like, 'cause
Okay.
He was like, think about it. What happened in Barovia? That was me. That's his voice. That's how he talks.
It was me, Barry.
That's right. I heard it. It just left my mind. Okay. So yeah, I tell her he was the Horseman of War.
Those who bear the seat of the Horsemen of War are doomed to bring conflict with them wherever they go. Bloodshed will always sit in their wake, as the corpses will continue to pile. To ask him to pass this responsibility on to another is to ask them to bear the responsibility of every life that ends due to just their sheer presence alone. Not many can bear such a burden.
Everything that lives is designed to end.
See, it's not just about the natural order of things. No. He literally brings war in his wake. Literally, it will happen just from him being around.
Was part of this issue caused in Lysip?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
Well,
He was there
he was.
for a while, I think.
He was. And, didn't you ever think it was weird how Lysek was like a shithole? Despite how advanced it was, all the constant conflict, the infighting. Remember the bandits?
Mhm.
And the Morbus Doctor? Not to mention Annalita.
Oh my god.
Conflict wherever he goes. I won't say that Lysek led to this. More like it played a
What does it say?
part.
Yeah. His presence moved it along.
Oh my god.
Not just
So even
his.
Annalita was victim to the whole war thing.
And not just him. Lucian as well. Horseman of Conquest, leader of the Morbus Doctor. How do you think she suddenly managed to get into power? With their help.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wow, back lore.
little backlog lore.
Oh my god.
Blow your mind.
So much in lore.
Wait.
I would.
Wait. I just want
Uh-oh.
to make one point clear. Rex disappeared with Lucian that one time, right? But Maestro just said that a horseman, when they die, or the seat needs to be filled. So what?
Gandiva makes a good point.
What
Who laid the
happened?
final blow down on Lucian? Rex. And a horseman can't take the seat. So does that mean that Lucian is still alive? Another question to ask yourselves.
Yeah. It's just weird that he said he was born into that position.
I was born like this.
You never
I
did
was-
learn exactly where he came from.
Nope.
He never wanted to talk about it.
He's from Avernus. And
He
has
did
something to
state
do
that.
with and he's something to do with Asmodeus.
Daddy.
And Tiamat. He did not like either one of them, especially Tiamat.
Oh yeah, Tiamat. He hated Tiamat.
I would absolutely love a revisit to Lysac. Since I hadn't even been there.
That's gonna be something
Woo!
that you're gonna see eventually. That's a revisit to Lysec is in the pipeline. Let's just put it that way.
Not yet. Not yet.
And I will definitely be there this time.
But with us, so off track.
Sorry.
No, absolutely, it's perfectly fine. I actually love the fact that you guys are so interested now in like, holy shit! Wait a minute, what? I've been sitting on that one since like back in fucking
Back
Grim
in
Hollow.
Lysec.
Set the groundwork.
much to
for
That was
go.
like a year and that was a long time ago. That was before the pandemic.
Those Chekhov's guns, man. Call
Oh,
me the
that's 2
Armsmiths,
years. Wait.
cause I got Chekhov guns for days.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
That's like
Another one.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
That makes me want to throw up.
The patience. The patience. You
That's
have no
crazy.
idea.
That's a lot of patience. To not like just throw up that information.
Now you know why I would get so excited back in the day. Because all those crazy ideas, now you're seeing them. Anyway,
Now he's getting excited again.
this arc's gonna be really good. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna be really good. Anyway, we have Alistair currently doing his best to hide his presence as he bears the face of Strahd now. Roko, who's currently engaged with the fine-tuning of the backup power system. Gandiva, who is attempting to practice utilizing the Divinus Devorators, better known as the Jovian Project. The restoration of ancient Netherese weaponry in their fight against these otherworldly forces. The irony of this preparation is compounded, as where they seek to go is the very same place where the first 3 frames were excavated. Silas reasoning that this location may be a buried Netherese city. And so, on they continue. As they do so, what is Ziz currently filling his time with? he must be in the restroom or something.
Still?
Maybe. You know what? But that's okay. This is a perfect opportunity, as we've been going for a little while now, to take a quick little 5-minute break.
Yeah, you know what?
I actually have to
My
pee.
My brain.
Okay.
Is,
And this will give you guys an opportunity to kind of process a lot of the information you just got.
Yo, facts.
When we come back, we will have arrived in the Anarok Deserts.
Nice. I can check on Kaylin.
Oh my God, is she dead? Woohoo! Let's see.
Okay. I
Okay.
shall be right back then.
Alrighty, folks. If you've been sitting for the last, 2 hours? Go ahead and raise those cheeks
Nice.
up, grab some water, get a little stretch in, and we'll be back in roughly 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get a fucking pickle.
Pickle. Take that pickle.
I want to drink your blood.
Delicious.
I'm gonna start talking like that now.
And we're back, folks. Give me 1 second.
Who's Alistair? I'm Medicus.
Billy
That's right,
Mays here.
Billy Mays is here.
Yeah,
Just copy anyone. I have unlimited power.
exactly.
Hello, my name is Tiamat. Hi, I'm Barovia. I am Barovia.
I am Barovia.
I'm the new Barovia.
Hi guys, I'm the Raven Queen.
Oh God.
Oh my god, so many ideas.
And also sparks a lot of ire.
My name is
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't know if I want to keep doing the cheese thing now. If the rest are going to be permanent.
It's like every week of consistent use will bear one permanent effect.
I'm lucky that this is my permanent effect. I don't know if I want to keep testing my luck. But if I keep testing my luck, is it? I'm probably guessing it's like the 100. That's either the really good one or the really bad one.
Honestly, there's a handful of them that are really, really good. They're kind of scattered. We made sure not to kind of clump them together as much as possible.
Honestly, I was kind of rooting for
Is
him
the
to
100
get the plus 10 strength.
That would have been.
That
Sweet.
would
Didn't I get that?
You did
I got
for
that.
one, yeah. For the temporary one, yeah. There's also
That's
one
all I
that
gotta-
boosted
All I gotta
to
do is
30.
roll. Can I try something? I want to check if my D100 is actually just broken.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna let me. It just won't pop up with the roll anymore. Give me a second.
I have noticed that all of your roles have like a completely different format than everyone
Yeah,
else.
so I use D&D Beyond, and I need to install Beyond 20, which is a thing that makes Roll20 and D&D Beyond communicate with one another. It's what I use for my campaign. And I'm
Gotcha.
guessing that I must have like lost connection or something, and that's why I got the D100s like the same every single time. No, 17.
Go ahead and pop off a couple more, just to be sure.
29.
Just back to back. Ba, 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 ba.
Nah, it looks like that was just like
That was
sheer
Freaking
chance.
nature.
But you
I
actually
should go
rolled
play the
more
lottery.
than- Wow.
I should go play the lottery.
Hell yeah, man.
77 is your lucky number.
Yeah, I'll just put all 7s on the lottery ticket.
If you win money, cut us in.
7 is my favorite. Yeah, I will be if I win that lottery, your entire D&D thing is getting animated.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck yeah.
I would love.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're getting.
We're literally
some,
getting our. We're making an anime.
some damn
Yeah.
windmill slam rewards there. Yeah, boy.
All right. So. All right. The midday sun ekes its way across the sky as it heralds your arrival on the bordering the Anorak deserts. Before you, a dusty expanse that yawns onward for hundreds of miles.
Desert sound effects.
Relative to your last recorded position from Kalit, it would appear that your destination isn't too far off. Should you maintain course east by northeast, you should be able to arrive within the next 2 hours. In preparation for this landing, is there anything that you want to finish up before you touch down after leaving the city?
I gotta check how much gold I have.
Well, you did
Oh,
get,
I have.
you did get your payout.
Yeah, I got my payout. I still have like 1,000 something gold.
Yes,
Would
indeed.
I know what loadout Strahd had? Or did he have any like certain weapons that were really scary or something? I'm just gonna play into this now.
Strahd wore a custom set of blackened armor and carried with him a long sword with a wicked, pointed, serrated blade.
Thinking of something scarier. I don't care what damage it does.
Well,
It's the
the
intimidation
sword
factor.
Oh yeah, the
This-
sword itself did have a magic effect, but they gave it to the Raven Queen as an offering.
Would Alistair know about like legendary weapons such as, but not limited to, the Sword of Kaz? And or is that a thing in this world?
Give me a history roll.
He's being
Wait,
that
is there
funny.
actually a weapon called a Sword of Kaz?
There is
Yeah,
indeed a
it
weapon
was
known as the
used
Sword of Kaz.
to slay Vecna.
Well,
History. Okay, this one. Come on. 11. God damn it.
We'll say that you are vaguely aware of the Sword of Kaz from your studies in Barovia, as there was mention of Kaz having passed through way back when during the Second Era, before it was moved to the Dread Plane that it resides in, or resided in for that time.
That is
You
true.
know not where you could begin such a search, but you are very aware that the sword is somewhere out there, waiting to be found, waiting to whisper its
Oh, God.
sweet words.
Strahd with the Sword of Kaz. Oh god. Okay. Here's what my thinking is. Since I have this, I can play really well into the whole intimidation factor, right? So I could string together a convoluted story saying, "Hi, I'm Strahd. I'm back from the dead. When my soul was cast asunder by the adventurers, I killed Kaz for his sword. I found the Kaz Sword of Kaz or something. Afterlife something. Came back with a wretched vengeance against against the world or something. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the villain's long monologue type of thing. Except none of it's true. Okay. So I know the Sword of Kaz is a thing.
Yes, you are aware
Dude.
that somewhere in the world it's hidden away, but you're not
And
aware of
it's-
its last known location.
More importantly, is everyone else in this world aware that the Sword of Kaz is a thing and it's scary? Or would Strahd's sword be more scarier?
It would definitely be Kaz's.
Kaz is more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And is it well known? Like, is it taught in like
No.
a school or something? No.
The Sword of
Okay.
Kaz is only mentioned in oft legends and the occasional old dusty text. It's been some time since anybody has seen hide or hair of the weapon. And as a result, it's fallen a little bit into obscurity.
So, the only people a duplicate of the Sword of Kaz would be effective towards is people that are like ancient, like dragons and shit. But on
Per-
a common,
Yeah, on a commoner level, they
on a
would not
commoner
recognize
level,
the sword, but
they'd recognize
the,
Strahd's.
yeah. Well, on a commoner level, they would definitely recognize Strahd with his telltale gear.
All right, Can I? I'm stuck at Strahd for 24 hours, right?
No, you can
I can-
change your
I
shape
can
to
change.
whoever you want, whenever you want, at will.
I'm gonna temporarily shift my shape into my normal form. I'm gonna go find whoever the best blacksmith in the area would be.
That
And
would be
would
Silas.
it be? Oh fuck. Oh fuck! I'm not gonna ask him for the sword of fucking Strahd. That
Oh my
would be a
God.
really
He
bad
still has it?
situation. No. But like a duplicate of it,
Oh.
I don't see.
wouldn't-
Nah, he wouldn't mind. I mean, it's not
He
like
would-
it's
they should-
the original, and he did
Yeah, it's not the
actually
original.
see it up close and personal. So
yeah, he's gotten the first-hand point of view. But I just don't want to give him like a PTSD attack if he's ever had that from Strahd. You know, that type of thing. I don't know if Silas was there during the whole Strahd thing.
oh, he was. He definitely was.
Okay, would I know if it would give him a panic attack? Like, why are you doing this? Is that the type of thing? Or is he chill with it? Would he be chill
I
with
think
it?
he would be chill with it.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Because you're just asking to have a weapon made in a very specific shape.
All right, yeah. I'll
As
say
far as
everything
he knows,
except.
you don't know anything about Strahd.
Let's keep it that way. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go up to Silas. I'm gonna go find Silas. And would he be able to? I probably shouldn't ask him to forge the exact same armor as well. I'll go to someone else for that part. If I ask-
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes
because
sense.
if I ask him for the armor and the sword together, he's gonna think I'm like a fanboy cosplayer type of thing going on. I don't want that with Silas. Yeah, okay. Sword to
You got
Silas,
it.
and then second best for the armor and stuff. Preferably not actually armored, like just clothes, because I want to keep that on armored defense. Unless the defense in the armor is higher. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it right now.
Never hurts. Sometimes improvisation is the way to go. Just trying to fish out a token that I can't seem to find. And then I'll be able to transition us to the next map. Usually I keep a whole page dedicated to where I store all of my tokens for like everything from the players to NPCs and monsters and stuff like that. But
I have all mine mixed together. I don't have it sectioned off.
it's
it's
just
just in
one
chronological.
page. Yeah.
Oh. My notes are ineligible.
Alrighty, perfect. So, Alistair, hoping to make some last minute preparations before the party sets off, makes his way to the residential area, where he's heard that Silas is currently resting up. Following the directions given to him by the passing citizenry, he eventually makes his way to the space where he's residing and enters with a gentle knock on the door and a prompting. As Alistair enters the room, he sees Silas kind of just seated up, casually poring over a book. He looks up from the book and in the direction of the Dragonborn, offering a half-hearted smile. Oh, hey.
Hi. Okay. Before we land, I'm gonna, I have the coin for this. I wanna ask you a certain question. If you can make me an item, really nice, best you can make it.
Sure, what did you have in mind?
Um, don't mind me, I'm just searching up images of this sword. Oh god, which one is it? Okay. It's not the sun sword. What am I looking at? What was the name of the sword that Strahd had? Was it a homebrew one? Or was it?
Well, I had homebrewed his a little bit. Pretty much it was a slightly modified 9 Lives Stealer.
Unmodified what?
9 Lives Stealer.
Alright. I'm gonna go up to him and be like, so, I'm trying this new thing out. Not the Pilates. Intimidation. I'm trying to, retch fear into the heart of the enemy type of thing. And since we're going against horsemen and all that, I want to be as imposing as possible to compete on their level. So, could you get me a sword, but like the hilt's full of skulls? And like the bottom of the hilt's full of skulls, and the guard's full of skulls, and it's all black. And it's like a giant sword. And it's got like rune text all down the side, like talking about like the soaking of unholy blood, and make it black and red. That's a big part of it. I want the runes to glow and almost type of bleed. I want it to look like it's from the bowels of hell. And make it as imposing as possible, but also practical. You get that?
Yeah,
You get all that?
yeah, well, considering you joined us for the meeting with Lolamet, and, you helped us kind of deal with that health situation, I'll tell you what. I'll commission the sword for you for free.
Oh, very nice, very nice. There's something else I was supposed to ask you, but oh, yeah, is there any special like enchantment or something you could put on it? Something like pretty good. Like not like instant kill, but like a slow death, but it's an instant kill type of thing. Like a thing like that. Like scary. I want scary. You understand?
I could see what I can do.
Yeah, like tearing the life force from their body type of thing.
Oh,
Like
Well-
brutal like that.
much to your satisfaction, you'd be glad to know that it's actually a form of weaponry that I had grown rather familiar with forging some 3 years prior.
Oh, what would that be?
Oh, soul-rending weaponry.
Ah, yes, soul-rending weaponry. I've heard of these things, these weaponries. Elsewhere.
I had served a patron who required specific means, so it kind of became a part of the territory.
He served Strahd?
What was that?
Did he serve Strahd? You said it was... No, he didn't serve Strahd, did he? No,
No.
Silas didn't serve.
No.
Okay.
It was the Raven Queen.
Okay, yeah. Okay, makes sense.
That bitch.
No one likes the Raven Queen. I was about to say, soul-rending weaponry. 9 Lives Stealer has a thing where it can wrench the souls
Yep.
from people, and Strahd Strahd got it from Did Strahd get it from the Raven Queen?
No.
I'm years behind in lore.
Put simply, the sword was granted to him by the dark vestiges that originally resided within the Amber Temple. They were Denarians, but they lacked coins or bodies, and were instead trapped inside of idols. As a favor, I believe it was to Maestra, you went with Alce to destroy these vestiges, so they no longer remain in the Ember Temple.
I remember that.
Whoops.
Yeah.
But
We
all
didn't
of,
destroy all of them, did we?
yeah, you did. Yep. Cause yeah, you wanted to be thorough, and they were trying to talk to y'all. They tried, but y'all were like, nah, I ain't hearing it. Shut up, die.
Can you blame
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I stabbed the shit out of them, King.
Yeah. But pretty much he was getting them from the dark forces that essentially put him in the Dread Plane. It kept him powerful to keep him kind of stuck.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you for the armor.
Fair enough.
Just the sword. I don't know. How close are we to the place we're supposed to land?
We're roughly 2 hours out. But, should you manage to, do whatever business you need to do upon landing and return, you can finish the weapon.
Yeah, I don't need the weapon now.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay. He's got you then. For sure.
Yeah. No rush job. I'd rather Silas take nice, sweet, slow time on this weapon. Like, even a week I'll take if it means it's gonna be really good,
No worries.
Um,
I do my best on all of my projects.
is there any, this is gonna sound a little silly, but is there any costume makers you know? Like, really into it type of thing. I've taken up a side hobby of theater, acting of sorts, to try and improve my charisma, as I've found it's lacking.
Well, if you head to the Commerce District, you might be able to find the tailor and leatherworker that reside there. I believe that there might be a couple of dwarves running small shops as well, so you might be able to find an armor smith as well.
Were these dwarves from Barovia?
Indeed.
Ah, yes. Okay. Is there anybody who does unique, like exotic type of things, like specializes in that? Or is it these dwarves the best of the best?
Not to toot my own horn, but second only to myself.
Ah, I see. All right. Thank you. I will see you later. Commence a gaming outro as I leave. And I'm gonna make my way to these dwarves. Yeah. This situation is very reminiscent of the yes, I know who Mr. Quint is with Pagliacci and Kaifas. I've gotten myself into a
I
similar
know.
situation. Yeah, this could go sideways and this could end up really good.
I absolutely love it. It's fucking comedy.
Risky as
Hell yeah.
fuck, but this is the return of Strahd.
Oh god.
This is good as it's
You
gonna
know what's
get.
funny? Gandiva has no idea who the fuck Strahd is or what.
That's good. Blah blah blah.
You head over to the Commerce District as per Silas's instruction and directions. And after a short-lived ride and several minutes of walking, you eventually arrive outside of a corridor lined on its flanks with various shop fronts. After several paces, you see in Dwarven speech a sign. At the bottom of the sign, beneath the dwarven text, is a hammer and anvil, alluding that this shop might potentially be a blacksmith.
Alright. I'm beheaded, but I'm gonna knock first. I got manners and shit.
With a gentle rap upon the door, you enter, announced by the gentle jingling of a shop bell. Sitting at the counter is a burly, elderly-looking dwarven man. His bushy eyebrows so thick that they obscure his eyes.
I like this guy.
He peers up at you from beneath those bushy brows. A wide, gap-toothed smile. What can I do you for, boy?
Good evening. My name is, Alistair, the Prince of Dawn. It's very nice to meet you. I have received a recommendation from your store from the one and only Silas. He said that you were a step above him, if only just barely. So hence I've brought myself hither.
Oh, that's mighty flattering of him to say. He did make the toilet after all. It suckles.
It
Oh my
suckles. I was wondering, you see, I have taken up a recent hobby of sorts in stage play, screenplay, acting, and theater. And one of my historical screenplays takes place in Barovia, way back when the awful Strahd had ruled the lands of Barovia, you see. Dark times those were. But you see, accuracy in my field is quite necessary in order to have a believable story. Hence, as I've heard that your shop here was once part of Barovia, and as I've heard, there's many stories of Barovians interacting with Strahd and gazing upon their visage. I would like to ask of you if I could commission a replica outfit of Strahd. But in the field of theater, you see, we do things called creative liberties. Do you know what a creative liberty is, Liberty?
Aye.
You see, I need something that resembles Strahd, but not the exact same garment. I need something more terrifying, something that'll strike fear into the hearts of the audience. I want to convey emotion within the people both playing and watching the play.
Quite the method actor, are ya?
Yeah, of course.
Aye. Okay. I can have the armor done in a week's time.
Week's time. And if you could, no rush, could I get a quote on that armor?
Do you want it to be functional or just for show?
Out of meta question, would functionality give me an AC and hence negate my unarmored defense?
Yes.
How functional are we talking? Are we talking 18 armor class? I mean, really good. Or will it be light and roguish?
What's your current armor class and dexterity?
18. My current armor class is 18. Let me see. Okay, so 10 base armor, +1 from dexterity bonus, +5 from unarmored bonus, and I have bracers of defense, which if I don't have armor on, give me another +2. So it's 18. And if I gotta wear the functional, like the combat ready Strahd armor, and it gives me like a 17 or 16 armor class, I'm not gonna bother because it's gonna be worse. I'll just take it as clothing.
Well, if it's functional, then you could actually get it like enhanced. So you could get it like +1, +2.
Would I be able to separate the armored pieces from the guard pieces so that if I give it to Silas, you won't see that's actually copies of Strahd's armor?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of straps. So you just
Yeah.
undo the straps and you'll be good.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. So, okay.
You don't do the rule where if you were wearing armor, you can't rage.
No.
Okay, I know
way, 'cause then
some
that would-
DMs
that would
do
be
that
kind-
shit. Yeah.
Who
That would make
does
it
that?
hard.
That's so cheeseball.
I've heard fucking horror stories of that. I just wanted to
Ugh.
make sure.
Then, like, how would you ever multi-class with Barbarian without, like,
don't know.
full
I don't know.
investing in the unarmored defense? That's crazy.
There's some DMs that do that though.
That's not really my thing.
No, I would never do that. It's fucking. Ew.
I mean, I could see, like, if you're going for
If
hardcore or
yeah, if
something
you're
like that,
hardcore,
yeah.
like survival, grungy, like
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess so. Some homebrew rules like that, but like, we have barbarians we had a barbarian in the immovable armor that like gave you infinite AC, but you couldn't move.
Yeah.
We had a barbarian rage with that.
Oh, man. That
No
sounds
wall.
chunky. Yeah, seriously. Just angry wall of meat and metal.
Gross.
Funny part is, it was a skeleton race, so it was this bony guy underneath. And he called like whenever the attack was coming at him, he called it, "You've entered the bone zone."
The bone zone.
And he just would stand there menacingly and try and roll intimidation.
That's perfection right there. Oh man. The dwarf considers the specs for the armor that you wish to commission from him and states that a price of 350 gold pieces should be sufficient. Should you wish to increase the grade of the armor, it'll be an additional 50, and this will take it to +2.
Okay, so
For 400 in total, you can get
400
a
total.
yeah, +2
+2.
breastplate pretty much.
Okay, and that would bring the AC up to what?
19, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I can sacrifice that. Is there chances to get it up to +3 if I give it to a certain someone?
Yeah.
Like,
you-
just keep enhancing this?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
a thing that I do is you
Okay.
can modify your gear as much as you want. Say for example, you have a sword that you've been
Mhm.
using for a long time. You've grown attached to the sword. You like the magical effects, but then you get a better sword.
Mhm.
Well, if you bring it to a artificer or blacksmith, and they are of adequate skill, and you have the adequate resources, you can crash the weapons. This will weaken the effects from both weapons, but grant both of them on the same weapon. You can do this up to 3 times, and after hitting a specific point, you can then push it into what I call heroic armaments, which are like +5 weapons.
Okay. And your plus is max out of 5, correct?
Yeah, that's
So
usually where I
it's-
max out weapon
It's
pluses.
so it's base 3, and then heroic would be past 3 up to 5.
Yep.
Right now it's a plus. Yeah, that works for me. I'll pay the 400. Is there any way I could get it rushed for an additional like a lot of money?
Yeah, I mean, he'll rush it for an extra 50 on top of that.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. What is the
Yeah.
Amazon Prime delivery time on this?
He'll have it for you in 2 days.
Amazon Prime, baby. Yeah, 450.
Yep.
All right. Shake his hand, and I'll add an extra 10 gold just because I might be a returning customer.
I appreciate that, laddie. Looking forward to a very lucrative business arrangement.
Yes, very lucrative. Under the table, illegal tax exemptions. All right.
Does anybody else wish to do any last minute preparations before boarding the Grim Kindness and touching down, as the city is encroaching upon its intended zone?
Can I try again?
Practicing the Jovians,
Yeah.
sleight of hand, and intelligence.
Boo 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 boo.
I have Roko join Gandiva in this endeavor and assist her in the meantime.
Sure. You may also roll if you intend on like practicing piloting them. I need a
And
sleight
then
of Yeah, I need an intelligence check from both of you.
Oh,
for Gandiva. It's
Oh.
okay, Roko's there.
And as Roko and Gandiva take to work practicing piloting these autonomous suits, Gandiva seems to really struggle with understanding these controls, much less coordinating them in an adequate enough way that she can pilot them in a live combat situation. But she doesn't feel like she's ready to give up yet, and will continue to practice until she earns that seat in the Drakh.
Hell yeah.
Roko, however, seems to take to the piloting rather intuitively, as the Avali utilize mech suits in some of their travels and military operations.
Indeed.
As a
Roko,
result,
please help me.
Roko is now capable of piloting a Jovian, specifically the Nidhogg. Yes, I named all of them after different types of mythological dragons.
nice.
I like it.
I approve.
I dig it. Yes.
Roko
Do
needs
not
to
feel
be
so
alive.
distraught. Do not feel so distraught, Gandiva. It is only a matter of continued practice. Simple knowledge.
Yeah, I've been reading the user manual, and honestly, I don't know what's going on.
I will teach you if it will help.
Yes, please.
And Roko takes to running Gandiva through the specifics, nuances, and basics of piloting a Jovian. More specifically, the ability to coordinate the limbs, which seems to be one of her biggest issues out the gate. And as the two coordinate, practice, one by one, the other members of the Unlikely Few funnel into the hangar as the city has arrived some 200 feet above the ground, passing over a nearby oasis. The gentle pillar of blackened smoke rising off in the distance, signaling your arrival. One by one, you funnel on board the Grim Kindness. And eventually,
All aboard!
with the ship now fully repaired, you begin to set off, taking the vessel from the hangar gates out into the blue sky yonder.
Oh, and also Roko fishes out this from her storage.
Hey, the old galvanizer, I remember that.
Yes, time to put it to use again.
Dang audio issues. 1 second.
Nani?
Oh, there we
I
go.
hear it.
This is a song you sung.
Bust it down.
You've performed upon the grim kindness to pass time.
Excuse you.
PP?
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
The trip is short, as the vessel quickly navigates through the skies, bringing you down to the sandy dunes below. As the ship descends, you're able to see a camp in the distance. At first, it's difficult, but as you approach, kind of contrasted against the beige landscape that moves infinitely in every direction before you, you can slowly see it come into view. Before long, the ship is little more than several feet above the ground, kicking up sand in massive waking waves, until eventually, some 50 feet away, does the vessel come to a slow lurching rest. The group disembarks, making their way towards what at a closer inspection appears to be old ancient ruins set in the middle of the desert.
Ooh. Desert town. Or desert area.
Oh. What? There's a lot going on with this map.
Oh, bro, that a robot. What the hell? What they do to Balmung?
That's a naked Jovian, before it actually has an armor casing.
That's even more terrifying.
Big Assyrian sites.
Can I poke him?
He's naked.
Did he poke their
Sneaky.
insides?
This is not safe for work.
Mm-hmm.
Reporting.
I am once again filled with ideas.
I know the feeling.
The energies that flow into your brain. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. Thump,
Yeah, I
thump.
can melee that. What happens if I melee the Jovian?
You deal damage to the frame.
Does it wake up?
No, they're not like automated.
Okay. I I want its arm.
What the arm for?
Can turn humanoid, right? And it has to be within like the medium to large range. That could be like a mini Jovian type of thing going on and terrify people. They're called Jovians, right? Yeah, I didn't get that wrong. I don't know why.
Ooh, grim music.
I'm just gonna use this.
So they're pretty much like I think just like big suits. Have you ever watched the anime
Oh, their armor.
Escaflowne?
Yeah, so they're like, are they like almost mech suits?
Yes, that's exactly pretty much what they are.
Yeah, I can't remember that. Okay. I thought they were like almost like constructs or something like.
You can give them consciousness so that when they don't have a pilot in them, for example, they can function still. That's the
It's like,
thing.
it's like a Warhammer 40k machine spirit.
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's a horrifying reality. I don't want to do that. I take everything back. I don't keep the arm. That shit might have a soul in it.
So, as you cross the desert expanse, coming closer to the ruins, you can see a lot is going on. In the distance, beyond the archway before you, you see a set of winches located in the distance. They seem to be set next to a massive, yawning pit. Around the pit appears a base camp has been erected. Does the party approach?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're going to be looking for Caleb.
Yeah, sure.
You tries the sitting stone again since we're closer.
And you tap into the sending stone in hopes of reaching out to Kaled. Every attempt thus far has failed. The feedback that you had expected to hear on the other end, much to your surprise and satisfaction, is gone.
Oh.
And thanks to your proximity, your voice comes through the sending stone rather quickly. There's silence on the other end at first, but eventually, you hear the familiar voice of Kaled pipe up on the other end. She appears to be extremely glad to have heard from the party, lamenting that she hadn't been able to contact them for some time. Something about the dig site seems to be interfering with magical energies in the area, and by association, preventing the signal from the sending stone from reaching the party. As the two of you discuss further, it takes very little time before you eventually see Kaled in the distance approaching.
There she blows.
Whoa.
Bing bong.
Whoop.
She smiles with a ecstatic grin, unable to hide her joy, as she greets each of you, coming to a stop at Alistair, whom she seems to not recognize. She turns to the party and asks, "Who's the new guy?"
Who indeed?
He's my friend. I dragged him into this.
My name is Vecna.
Whoa, whoa,
no.
whoa, whoa. I don't know who Vecna is,
I
but
don't know what that
his name is Alistar, you know?
Another thorn strength into our cause.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I am doing. I'm just told to kill.
No, no, we do not kill.
Kill this
unless
one?
truly
Kill this one?
necessary. You stop that right now.
Nobody's killing anyone.
I should hope not.
I tell him I'm vegetarian.
So Silas turns to Kaled and asks how the dig has gone so far. Her expression shifts to one of more seriousness, as she states that things have gone well thus far, as they've been able to recover 2 frames. But in the process of the dig, they had inadvertently stumbled across ruins. These ruins, upon entering, seemed to bear the mark of Bane. And despite their best efforts, no one seems able to crack the door and enter the temple's interior. She comments that she reasons that the interference that they've been experiencing has likely been sourced from the interior of the temple.
You guys want to go exploring?
You know,
Oh, of course.
an exploration doesn't sound too bad, honestly. It'd be a nice break from all this chaos.
That and finding new materials for further new projects would be the most ideal state.
Adventure.
I wholly agree. We received good news as it is with the recovery of 2 more frames. So, it can't hurt. Perhaps we'll find more within the temple.
Yes, yes.
On that
Yeah.
note, what material are these Jovians made from exactly? I wish to recall this knowledge.
Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Ebu.
The material seems to be a composite formed from adamantium and some other ores of unknown make or unknown origin. You'll have to likely distill the material down into its raw form if you hope to identify its composition. But it's very likely that should you do so, you'll be able to reproduce the same metallic ore used to form these ancient constructs.
Okay. Okay, distill the material to its raw form. So she would have to like pick out one of these frames and then a little bit, huh?
Pretty much. You just need
Alright.
enough of the metal that you can melt it down and kind of identify its composition. You do, however, know that adamantine seems to be the main metal of this composite.
I see.
Ah, yes, I remember now. Kaled, if you would be a dear and as a former, well, still a companion, I would like your help in convincing one of the people here to allow me to have a closer look at one of those frames, and perhaps even extract a little from its composition. For scientific endeavors, of course, as always.
You've? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Your time to
Hello?
shine.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Caled.
Doing Caleb as well? Okay. She's like, sure, go ahead. Go for it. Just don't break anything. We're still analyzing everything.
That's it? Somehow I was expecting that to be more difficult. This is a rather delicate thing we are handling after all.
Yes, don't break anything. You'll break your back.
Oh, please. I have a most delicate touch.
So, I'm gonna need a Tinker Tools check to see if you can successfully take a portion of the frame off of one of the currently obtained frames available.
I would go to this one.
Little baby Roku.
And after a moment, you manage to disassemble some of the mechanisms regarding the leg assembly. Reasoning that it's probably not going to be walking around anytime soon, so it can spare the parts. And with this, and the right opportunity and tools, you'll be able to melt this down and identify its composition, using it as a jumping point from which you can further produce more of this strange ancient ore.
Excellent. I've got ideas for this. I'm excited now.
Silas turns to the party. Perhaps we should make ourselves comfortable for now. Gods know how deep that temple is. Which is pretty much me saying, we might want to wrap up here, because the dungeon, it's gonna take a while.
Oh man.
Nice.
If you like, I'm more than happy to pick back up again tomorrow,
Ooh, yeah.
if you guys are available.
What time would it be?
Well, we could discuss that and figure out what's ideal for everybody.
Alright.
I'm gonna check my
So I do have tomorrow off, but I have my D&D session at 6.
Yes, very much so. Very important. How long you plan on running?
Their session?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of up in the air.
Okay. Yeah, just keep me in the loop, bro.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, DM NPC me.
You got it.
I don't get out until
I can
9
just send you the
o'clock.
PDF, I think.
Yeah, I'm off
Personally-
until the 18th.
Me too.
Personally though, I feel like even though I'm super excited for this next part, we should maybe wait.
If we
'cause-
can't do it, like I said, I'm willing to. But if schedules conflict, I want everybody to be here as much as possible because this next part's gonna be a big boy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, boy.
But otherwise, fantastic session. I was not expecting Rex to get revealed when he was, honestly.
Yeah.
What a heckin' twist.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. You've sensed a sad farewell.
Am I wrong in saying that I get like big time like complex vibes going on here? Like we're about to get into some
We're
shit
getting the
again.
deep shit, yep.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah.
I do have an idea for
maybe.
downtime.
Awesome.
While we're
awesome.
resting in at the camp, I'm gonna get with Gandiva, and we're going to discuss a plan on sealing semi-kill.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. As always, guys, an absolute pleasure having you. You guys, like, really, yeah, it was just chef's kiss tonight.
Ooh woo.
But keep me listed, keep me posted, so we can figure out when we can host the next one. Cause with things picking up, I'm super excited to keep pushing.
Oh yeah.
Cause now we really.
He wants
gonna
to
start
kill
doing
us, run.
it. But as always, my friends, much love, guys.
As always, thanks
Yeah.
for these. It is so good.
As always, Uwu and PB.
Beep boop boo.
Especially PB.
Beep beep boo boos. All right.
Did Strahd have an accent?
Yeah. You know,
Like-
you're.
Talk like a vampire.
Like, I want to suck your blood type of
yeah,
thing?
that-
I was gonna say, I don't
My
remember. It's
name
been a
is-
while.
Strahd von something.
It
My
was a
name-
while since we killed him.
Bonzarovich.
My
Blew
name
him
is
up.
Strahd von Zarovich.
Pretty
I am
much,
the
yeah.
Beast of the Night, Count of Barovia, and I have come to reclaim my throne.
You killed my father.
You know we
No,
can make
right.
you know we can make a play since you're doing that. Make a play about Strahd,
Well,
Lalamet coming
yeah,
in and destroying
Oh
his
my
face.
god.
Yeah, that was
that's
part of the
so
plan.
fun.
could make that into a play.
Yep, she will love that. Because
Yeah.
she doesn't like Strahd.
It's gonna be the group's Yasker, writing
That was,
stories of our amazing deeds.
That was the first time
But we-
Dragon Wife was on our side. I
We gotta
think.
exaggerate that. We gotta like take creative liberties. Strahd, Demon Lord of the Underworld, turned incarnate as the Duke
Yes.
of Barovia.
Yes.
CR level 68. What's a CR level? Took over the entire world and we saved the world.
Much love, guys. So much love. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alrighty. I'm gonna
Good
sign
night,
off.
everybody.
I'll catch you all later. Good night.
Farewell, everybody.
Okay.
What a session. Holy shit. Really wasn't expecting that Rex reveal. Oh man. I had whole other plans for it. But damn, they kill it. They're always subverting expectations. But I'm so hyped to see the story go forward. Oh man. Things are gonna really start picking up. There's gonna be a lot more combat. All types of crazy shit. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you stick around. Because the adventure is continuing. And we could always use a little companionship along the way. So, in lieu of our next meeting and adventure, be sure to take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, but most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, that you continue to love yourselves and each other, that tomorrow might be a better day. And speaking of tomorrow, you can definitely look forward to catching me at the latest 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at the earliest 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with some sweet Monster Hunter Sunbreak, because I've been waiting before I go to that continent so that I could do it on stream and share the adventure with you guys, because that's how much I love you. I love you so much, I'm willing to wait. So I hope to catch you then. And with that said and out the way, how about we send this love on over? Drop a nice chunky raid to some fine folks who deserve it, hey? It's rough out here, and we gotta support each other whenever we can. So let's send this love on over. Let's see who's live. Hey! We'll drop a raid over on Vexus File, friend of the channel, great guy, hilarious, fantastic content creator, playing some Dead by Daylight. So how about we send that love on over? Be sure to spam the chat with mad love. And I'll catch all you fine folks tomorrow. You take care of yourselves.
Seltzer, now made with real fruit juice. It's real refreshing. Because real fruit juice tastes better. Truly.
Is a way to, there we go.